Welcome to the Give and Go. My name's Tim, and today we're going to be doing recap of week 1 of the NFL season, and we're going to be doing predictions for week 2 of the NFL season upcoming. But first, before you do anything, go ahead and subscribe to this channel at the Give and Go, and go ahead and follow us at the Give and Go on Instagram, and you'll be able to keep up to date with all the content we make on this channel and be able to see it before anybody else. So to get started, we're going to do a recap of week 1 and week 2 from Thursday night. So the Chiefs are on fire to start the season. They beat the Patriots in the first game of the season in New England. Kareem Hunt broke out of that game. Unfortunately, he was on the bench for my fantasy team, but he was great. He was magnificent. The pass out of the backfield was great on the screen. Just overall kudos to the offensive coordinator and the play caller of the Kansas City Chiefs for that. And they still spread the ball over to Tyreek Hill. What was unfortunate, though, is that Patriots defense. That thing looked like a shell of itself, and it should be concerning going forward. But even more concerning, maybe Brady's regressing. But I think that we have to see a couple more games from him regressing to overall draw a big conclusion from that. In addition, the Cowboys picked up where they left off during the regular season last year. Ezekiel Elliott looked great. Dak Prescott looked even better. It's just going to be great to see them. Maybe Ezekiel Elliott continues to play this season, depending on that court ruling upcoming on September 26th. And we'll see from there. The end of the Marvin Lewis era is coming. It's happened the past 2 weeks, as you guys have seen. They got blown out by the Baltimore Ravens, shut out actually 20-0. And then they lost to the Texans with Deshaun Watson and a horrible offensive line. So they fired their offensive coordinator, Ken Zampese, and they promoted Bill Lazor, their quarterback coach, to becoming the new offensive coordinator. But Marvin Lewis it's time to get out of town in Cincinnati. He deserves a new head coaching gig, just like John Fox got another one after Carolina and after Denver. But his time's up in Cincinnati. And maybe I was wrong about the New York Giants. They just sucked on Sunday Night Football, and we'll see where they go from there. And also the Jaguars. Maybe I was wrong there as well. Kudos to whoever talked about them in the comments below in May, but definitely it's a thing to look out for as they play Tennessee in this upcoming week. There are definitely some major injuries in week 1 of the 2017 NFL season. David Johnson's out 8 to 12 weeks with a wrist injury. Eric Berry unfortunately tore his ACL in that magnificent game to start the season at New England, and he's out for the year. Allen Robinson out for the year with the torn ACL, so it's all on Marquise Lee, Allen Hurts, and D.D. Westbrook in that offense. Kevin White, he's out for the year with a shoulder injury. He hasn't even played more than 4 games total for the Chicago Bears. It's really disappointing for the third-year pro. We'll see where they go from there. Brian Cushing, he's suspended 10 games to start the NFL season, and he's already out for a concussion, so we'll probably not see him back until the end of the season. Kenneth Dixon is suspended an additional 2 games, including the 4 games he was suspended to the beginning of the year. And he's already out for the season with, I believe, a torn Achilles, so he should be out the first 6 games next year. It's going to be interesting to see. The NFL announced that an HGH suspension was announced, so I don't know who it was. They didn't announce a specific player, but that's a new thing in the NFL as well. And Detroit punters, they can't avoid injuries at all. They've already gone through 3 punters. Casey Redfern out for the season with the torn ACL. They had to bring in a new punter. It's just an epidemic of punters up there in Detroit. Comment below on your thoughts on major injuries and our recap on week 1 and any conclusion that you're going to draw this upcoming week. So, on to predictions. I was 1-2 on my predictions last week. I had the Cardinals beating the Lions, which Matthew Stafford, again, brought some big comeback right there. And then I also had the Packers beating the Seahawks beating the Packers, and that didn't happen either. But I did predict the Steelers beating the Browns. So this week, my lock is the Raiders over the Jets. Comment below on your thoughts on that. My upset's Green Bay over Atlanta. Atlanta didn't look really good last week against Chicago, so I have Green Bay over Atlanta. And my game of the week is Denver over Dallas. Even though I love Dallas and the way they played, I like Denver at home. So we'll see where we go from there. My bold prediction this week is that there will be more rushing yards in Chicago versus Tampa Bay than there are passing yards. You see those running backs right there. Tariq Cohen broke out against Atlanta last week. Jordan Howard, Jacquizz Rodgers. I think there are more rushing yards than passing yards in the Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus the Chicago Bears game. Go ahead and comment below on your thoughts on our predictions. And come back next week as we do a recap of week 2 of the NFL season and go for week 3 predictions. Have a great rest of your day.